Hello YouTube, welcome again to another episode of Let's Play Final Fantasy V. You'll notice I'm in a different place than I was last time. I was grinding for some gold so I could get a necessary item for moving on with the story. Of course, you missed out a little bit, so if you weren't watching, summary, we're going after Galuf since he left. And we need to enter all of the meteors. Each meteor has its own boss we have to deal with, and the one coming up is the most difficult one. And it's probably, I mean, with the amount of stuff we have here, we should be able to survive another one, as long as we keep Lena at max HP, which we don't have Lena at max HP. Not very good. So, to summarize, also during the grinding, I picked up the Death Sickle for Lena. I actually still have it equipped. I should unequip it for the coming battle, because we really don't need her inflicting instant death. When actually, there's a few things. First, Lena. Here, you can equip this Mage Masher. It could actually make you a bit more useful. Second, we're going to be setting configuration and setting the battle speed to the lowest in the game. Now, the reason for this is we need to make it slow so I can keep track of enemy HP. I have some paper out here for the coming boss fight. Actually, I need to check their HP, but to summarize, we are doomed without this bonus. Because there's two ways we can fight the battle. And one is if we go and try to outlast the enemy. I personally am not going to deal with this, because they deal much more damage than we can. Then we can survive, but that's what all those Phoenix Downs are for. Strange, I'm having trouble looking it up. Okay, we're starting to get some slowdown. I apologize. I'm sorry, I must be freaking out because I'm looking it up. So anyway, to summarize, I hate Berserker. It's the most annoying boss. And now that I have it open, I can start tracking their HPs. Yeah, expect pausing too. If you want to know, I need this written down so I know when I can, when I have to silence them to get rid of their other annoying gimmick. And we had to unequip the Death Sickle, though it's the best weapon, because simply we do not want them dying when they're not supposed to be dying. But anyway, enough of it. I'll head to that cursed battle. Now that we have some equipment, we have our makeup, Phoenix Downs. And by the way, this is probably the most mechanical I'll ever spend on a boss fight. This is the only tough boss fight in the game. Well, the only one which requires this much effort for a 4-job Fiesta. Just because they're so annoying. Also say hi to our dragon. So as a summary, we're all level 19 now, and we're going to move on. Move one tile forward, and we'll encounter them. So, yeah. So, other things we have to mention is that, yeah, Ferris will just stay at the start because Ferris by far is our fastest member. And there they are. Also, they're purple, not orange. Okay, let me spend a moment. I have to. I'm sorry if this is more aggravating. This will be a very long video for this reason. I have to go and calculate exactly how much damage they take every time. Okay. Bulbor is also our healing monkey. Incidentally, our ideal is that either they self-destruct on us, or we kill them when they're silenced. Fortunately, the one that just got hit, which is the third one in my configuration, is silenced now thanks to the powers of Mage Masher. So he's a little bit less of a threat. Incidentally, self-destruct is an annoying ability. Okay, we have the second one at below 1,000 now, so we should do fine. I'm gonna start silencing him because I don't want to have to deal with failure, of course. Six just took 204 damage. Again, I'm sorry if this is tedious. I hate this battle though, so extra precautions. And yes, that's me focusing entirely all my... And we have our first self-destruct. This of 4. He has taken 1,500 damage and is dead. However, we'll have lost Ferris, so we're going to use our raise on him. Her. Sorry. Old habits die hard, I guess. Ferris, however, will likely just stay dead for the heck of it. The first one just took 384, bringing him down to 116. Okay, everything's looking good right now. We have one dead, the rest iffy. Oh, and he's can't cast magic now. Gotta stop doing that. So I'm gonna drop a Phoenix down since they're marginally more effective. And we need to make sure that we have enough people alive just in case. Number 5 just took 196. Ferris. heal Lena up, because it'd be amazing if Lena could take more than one hit from a single target. Any other targets I want to be cautious about right now? Not really. Except we want to heal Ferris up. Three, 8, 6. 68. Bringing him down to 1116 minus 368 7848. Okay, we got 748. Okay, Proboros 5 has left the battle. Good to know that we haven't done anything with Ferris's attack yet. So now that 2 are dead, and now we're down to just Bulbor and to just Ferris. So we really need... Oh, that reminds me. 1 also cast self-destruct, bringing us down to only 3. Now we have to keep track because Bulbor, when he's alive, needs to make sure that people at below 400 HP, that they don't, of course. Okay, 392 on 3. Bringing him down to a solid 700. And making him still silenced. Yeah, I'm not as worried about certain ones, just because they have barely any HP. I mean, just to make a point, Probolos 3, which is the one on the very top, he can barely do anything to me. And Probolos 6 takes 204. Again. Bringing to 192, I think. 1092. Definitely not 192. And we're getting very lucky with our silencing right now. Technically, we've almost won this by default, by simple the fact that if there's only 2 left, we can just outlast them and make, as long as they're all 392 on 3. Being very consistent right now, Ferris. And actually gives us a pretty good target. We're going to want to focus and try to bring him down before this most recent one. So we'll drop Akira, bring everyone up. 2 is self-destructing. However, someone will die because he has 980. However, good news. We now have effectively won this battle. Oh god. Okay, all we have left is Proboros 6. And he's still, we're just gonna wanna make sure he stays stunned. Let's make you a Silence Blade too. Because if we're really unlucky, he'll go and bring himself back to full HP soon. Hence, he cast it, but he was silenced. And that is how you fight Proboros in the very technical but annoying fashion. Thank God that's over. So, yeah, I guess with that done, we can, they're heading now to the next meteorite. I'm going to be heading to town to heal up because that is probably the most difficult fight we will face in this, entire thing. I mean, Titan is also somewhat tough, but not nearly as hard to manage as what we just saw. Granted, we're going to have to... Our main priority is keeping Lena alive, because Lena has the best capability of surviving his counter on death attack. So of course, just as a precaution, I'm going to save ahead of time, and we'll enter. This time they'll head in. Of course, Titans are very much a required summon because of this fight, so Den is kind of inaccurate, of course. There's only one. And just laying out, only Lena can survive this, his Earth attack. If that kind of... Of course, that won't stop us from trying to keep everyone alive as long as possible. And also, yeah, equip Silence, because if we can also shut him up by the time we kill him, then, of course, it kind of makes this fight meaningless. If he can't, talk, Of course, he is immune to silence, I actually think, so kind of pointless to have spent that there, but oh well. This is bad, of course, because the last thing we need is Lena below 500 HP. Oh god, please don't. Okay. We need Lena above 700, because ground Earthshaker on its own only does around 600 damage. Who did and I healed him. Okay, we're still safe. We'll heal everyone else up with Akira. Not really matters, because I suspect we're going to have a near total party wipe soon. Oh, so only Bulbor dies, fortunately. And there's two. Titan automatically joins you, of course. Too bad we can't really use him outside of a magic lamp, which we will be using for Odin, but not now. No, they'll fly off. We'll head to town for our final revival on the first world, because there is nothing left to do after this next fight. And this one can actually be considered the final boss of this stage, but he's definitely the weakest. For one thing, the boss barely can do any damage. Well, correction, he doesn't have any gimmicky things like Purobolos or Titan. Because Titan, I mean, since I can heal constantly, it's not as big of an issue, but Titan's supposed to wreck you with that. And in most games, you have nothing except deliberately keep one person alive, as much HP as possible, and let them deal damage. But granted, in an ordinary game, we only have potions to work with. Maybe the occasional high potion we stole in, and elixirs which we get in chests. So let's go and finish this world, since there's nothing here we can't get now. There's only three missable summons, and the other two are in the second world. Yes, I'll be picking them up regardless, but we already have the magic of Shiva, right? Yes, we already have Shiva, which is the only missable one. So now, as you can guess, we'll be ambushed by the final thing. Not really a threat though. And actually, since this video is so short right now, we'll actually go finish it with the Metal Gear Galuf segment. Of course, all the meteors have these intricate hallways. What do you know, Gadzooks, they are captured. But don't worry, we'll fight their capturer instead. Who starts it with Aqua Breath. Like any good Chimera, he knows it. That's 300 damage right off the bat, but fortunately, he doesn't spam that ability. Or maybe he does, and we'll get complete party wiped here. I doubt it, no. He's gonna spam that ability, isn't he? Oh yes, he is. Anything but Aqua Breath would be preferred at the moment, Manicore. We're going to be greedy. Never mind. We'll cast Cure on everyone, then have Ferris spend her turn throwing a potion at Bulbor. Oh, never mind. Bulbor can heal that. Yeah. So yes, this fight is depending on how much he decides to use Aqua Breath. Aqua Breath, like Flare, is one of the two non-elemental damage in the game. He chooses to use his Ice Elemental attack, which is not as dangerous as Aqua Breath. And now he's been silenced. This was the goal. By the way, Frost inflicts Sap, too. Oh god, it may be over. It's over. Yeah, all we have left is Lena. So, bad news, since I didn't say we have to fight Titan again. Yeah, this is awkward. And yeah, that's the critical thing with this fight, is that it's all dependent on whether, how much and how willing he's willing to use his, abilities. So, we'll run in again. Okay, so maybe this fight won't be able to encompass the journey of Metal Gear Galuf. Which would be a tragedy, because Galuf is one of the best characters in this game. Well, we won't even bother with the formalities this time, and we'll just get straight to throwing damage at him. Of course, with the hope that we'll have Lena healed up by the time it comes that time. We'll go and just throw our heal at ourselves. Because the key thing is, one, not healing Titan. That was an embarrassing thing, and I apologize for letting you all see that. Fortunately, I do know now that if either Ferris or Lena remain at max HP, they will survive the ground attack. Bulbor, however, will die regardless of his HP. He really doesn't have a lot of HP, as you can guess. Oh no, Earthshaker, a possible way to kill my entire party. And actually they all survived this time. Very lucky. And we'll have to keep an eye out on, because regardless we need to keep someone at mostly full HP. Yeah, but I do apologize for falsifying it. Chimera, I guess, is a little bit tougher than I remember. Personally, when I last fought him, I was fighting with a somewhat stronger party, mainly because I had a summoner, so yeah. we'll go head to Karnak to revive ourselves. Then we'll go and save before we go and fight Chimera, so we don't have to do this again. Now, the bad news is that if it kills us this time, then we're in a pickle. Fortunately, we have elixirs, which is an easy way to keep Bulbor and Lena alive, which we kind of need since I mean Bulbor and Ferris alive, which we need because Lena is only good for damage output at the moment. Actually, seeing as we don't have to do much anymore, Lena can equip the Death Sickle and show off its power. It's much significantly has more power, and that's all you need to know. Oh shoot. Okay, I was worried about that for a moment. The game froze up on my end, so with that, let's not freeze right now. That would be very bad. Of course, it's my Avast. I'm sorry. I hate Avast when they do this. It causes so much lag, and no one wants that. Of course, we'll immediately start with taking 300 damage a pop. What we really need is a good Cura. Incidentally, if I could, I would be throwing down a Shell on everyone. Shell is much more powerful in this fight. He throws down another Aqua Breath. This is somewhat the deciding point. If he uses another, then we are toast. Well, not exactly. Ferris can probably survive one more round. Okay. So we'll go and throw down more Curas because there's no reason not to. He uses Frost now, which deals even more damage, and we're gonna do this preemptive high potion on Bulbor just in case. Especially because if he used Aqua Breath just then, we would have been short one Bulbor. Which is somewhat necessary. If you haven't been paying attention, yes, Lena's doing significantly more damage. And another Frost. Yes, Manticore is a fight which he'll end you fairly quick if you aren't ready, I should say. It's gonna let us throw an Elixir at Lena. Because Lena's too good not to be using an Elixir. Bulbor will throw down yet another Cura. And we needed it because he's gonna do that then. Manticore's kind of an ass. Okay, good. He did not kill Bulbor like I thought he was. That would have been... And it's over. Ferris and Bulbor both gain job levels. It's not their final one. They still have skills coming up. Of course, Ferris has Spellblade up to level 6. Bulbor has one more ability coming, and that will boost his MP. Of course, now that we're done with the second world and we have a lot of time to spare, we will show the adventure of Metal Gear Galuf. I can't recall, what do we have? I'm gonna unequip the... Just because I don't know if we have equipment for Galuf, especially because he kind of... The equipment he had on him is lost. So he'll at least have a hat to put on. Unfortunately, him as a dancer will only have... Oh, I did not equip the Mage Master, that's right. You know, I'm going to actually just spend the time to get the cash to... so I make sure he has armor too. Because Gilgamesh is probably another fight I'm not looking forward to. More than we can't do much to him, then and we of course are on a timed healing. I mean, he has 3 full heals, and that's pretty much it. Fortunately, wild necks are always weak, and give a lot of HP. They're choking for some reason. Lana will take some damage, but no matter. We're just going to get this started. So we need to kill around 5 groups, I think, to get another ninja suit, which I believe he can use. I'd have to check, but it's light armor, which I believe is the best they can use. Wait, what are you doing? Just hit someone. But yeah, we're still gonna milk this staff for a while. It is in battle Kira, which we always want one of those. Kira is a very powerful. Well, incidentally, I'm going to hate Gilgamesh, except for the fact that we're gonna keep him silenced most of the time because we're gonna have 2 people trying to keep him silenced in the actual fight. The one coming up, he only has 2,000 HP. And yes, that's the Doom Sickle special thing is it casts... I mean, Death Sickle's special thing is it can cast Death on hit. Doom on one person, not Death. It does have somewhat the penalty that the later Assassin's Dagger holds, in which against undead, you're healing undead. But for the most part, we can tolerate them. But yes, this is probably the final dangerous area. So yeah, 2 more should be able to allow us to buy a ninja suit, which will be our chosen piece of equipment for Galuf during his battle. Other than that, we'll just have to hope he dances his way to victory. We will be actually, it's probably wise to save beforehand so we can try to show off some of the because Galuf will probably always be dancing, just because one, he can inflict confusion on Gilgamesh. He can also get Dancing Dagger, which will deal 4 times damage. I mean, Swords Dance, which, if we roll, is a very powerful thing. Do make sure that the Wild Knack dies regardless of how much damage we do. And the crystal fight, probably the most difficult fight of the second area, will be made essentially with that axe though. It is the best weapon for a long time, and it will carry us on a throne. Also, we'll be killing gill turtles later, because gill turtles. Oh wait, no, that's a real town. Sorry, I've lost my trust for random towns I see on the ground. Never know if they're actually a giant flying fortress planning to shoot you down. Actually, why did they even have mounted out exterior weapons, since they're the only ones which can fly like that? I mean, some monsters, sure, but definitely overkill. Okay, actually, I'm going to be cautious and look up Dancer to make shut up. They keep bringing up the water ads. I'm tired of hearing it. Just because, the only one which, hats, like helmets, clothes, roams, I have no clue. So what I'm going to do is this isn't real job change. I'm just going to quickly change Ferris into a dancer to see if they can use it, because I only want to use a class which it's actually so no, I'm not breaking the rules right now. I'm just checking to see whether I can utilize. Yes, I can. I'll buy it. Then we'll change Ferris back from dancer into the job she's actually good at. And indeed, the one she'll be for the rest of the game. Oh, forgot to set her ability back to Magic Shell. Okay. So I'm pretty sure we have set up the best pair of equipment we have for everyone. For Galuf, he has a Mage Masher, which will inflict silence occasionally on hit. He has the and he has ninja gear. All around fair. Just making sure still not equipping the hat. We need that hat. And we're not even close to where we were supposed to be. Because we were close. What am I saying? For some reason I thought we had to do meteors still. So we'll go and save here, just so if Galuf faces an unfortunate accident. Yes, I will not be healing. Oh good. We're willing to make a heroic sacrifice for the good of the cause. Oh well. Enough about that. Don't worry, you'll make it back. For one thing, Galuf made it back. I mean, made it in here. I mean, he obviously has some way to utilize it. So yeah, we're sent flying into the star like meteors. Strangely, we roughly are operating under the same principle as meteors, and we can breathe in space. So, unless it just really goes up high to make sure you don't hit anything in the dimensional transfer. So now we're falling. Yeah, they really like doing falling graphics, as you can tell. Now, incidentally, all they want us to do is use a tent. And so we can see the awesomeness that is Galuf, I will oblige them. We will lose to the abductor enemy. For one thing, we don't have anything. We don't have any offensive capabilities since both Lena and Ferris are taken. When we have the white mage. Literally, I'm just gonna speed through this fight and do nothing. It's much easier. See, very easy fight. No, it does not give me a game over, because you're supposed to lose this fight. Actually, it's pretty remarkable how that guy can carry all three of us. Actually, we'll see him later. So, here's our party, and they got themselves trapped. So it's up for Galuf to save the day. we'll be doing that. Hello, X-Stuff. Welcome to the party. I'd like to offer something, but you're ugly. Yeah, he's very good at magic mirrors. We're here. Say hi to us again. And there's X-Def. Yes, we were captured and now we're using it. Galuf is the biggest badass of the entire group. Yeah, Galuf is definitely the most badass person, which makes sense. Despite him never touching one of the crystal classes, he is by far the strongest one of us. Yeah, so this explains why we don't break out with the crystal shards. We don't really have him. So Galuf, you are no longer it. You are now the best dressed man in the entire party. Yeah. Actually, I forgot that he had the ribbon, so. Yeah, also, incidentally, that ribbon is what will also, another thing that will trivialize part of, X-Stuff. I mean, Neo X-Stuff. If you want to know, that's pretty much the major theme, is trying to make Neo X-Stuff an easier fight. Since that is the ultimate goal. Fortunately for us, oh yeah, by the way, these are healing springs. They bring you back to full. Not really much need for them if you know what you're doing. Mainly running away from every fight because no matter how much you think you need it, you do not need experience right now. You need to get the party. Especially since I don't want to fight a bear. Bears are not fun to fight. Yeah, Galuf will be running away from every battle though, which is good because he only has 375 HP. Actually, that's probably the one thing that can make this fight tough, except for the fact that Gilgamesh will run away from us. It's us, Gilgamesh, your one true rival. Okay. Heal yourself up, Galuf. You can maybe survive one more hit. Okay, so he may actually need Mystery Waltz. We heal. We steal his MP. We're dead. And this is, of course, the major problem with Galuf, and pretty much Krill when we recruit her, is that they don't have a lot of HP. Now again, we have elixirs. I didn't use it because I'm an idiot. But this is going to be our toughest, well, the last of a series of tough fights. This one being one of the more notable ones in that we get to use Galuf dressed in the most garish clothes of the entire group. Looks like we're gonna just have to count on Dance rolling a sword stance. Tempting Tango. It doesn't work, he's immune to confuse, since he wears the full Genji set. Mystery Waltz, we take it. Again, one of the many, and we dead. Again, this is the biggest problem with trying to fight him, is that we are very dependent. Actually, it may be worth grinding a few levels with Galuf alone, just in the hope that we'll be able to we can use every level to get one more hit in. So we'll see if we can roll an enemy here. We may not be able to. Looks like this is another hallway without enemies. This is the first area, I guess, with enemies, so we'll want to roll one. This is not a group we can beat. And I think they've shut off our only avenue of escape. And unfortunately, they assume you're a much more powerful party. Fortunately, we can run all the way back up and recover. But yeah, we need to fight a shell bear alone, because we can maybe win that battle. Maybe. So yeah, we're now prepare to watch me struggle to beat Gilgamesh. It does require a lucky roll, okay, so that we get sword stance. It's pretty much the only way. Oh wait, what are we doing? We keep doing this. Just keep running, Galuf. Don't look back. So yeah, we have to recover every other hit. So this battle requires that against Gilgamesh you get 2 sword stances. So this is probably the last luck-based thing we'll be doing. Oh god, we just defended. This is not good. We got a sword stance, but it was pointless because we defended when we should have danced. Yeah, you're going to see this screen a lot. We're going to get party wipes. This is the party wipe center. Also known as Galuf has too little HP. So we can only survive 1-2 hits. Essentially, Galuf's weak. He's the weakest member of our party at the moment. It's only later when we get certain equipment that he'll come into his own as the... Well, Krill. Galuf in his time will never see the power that is Ultra Dancer. Unfortunately, we took damage. I don't know why. We can't... keep hoping out for a unique shellbear only battle, so we can go and get more experience. Because Galuf, he's probably at least has 1 level coming very soon, and that may push him over 400 HP, which, due to how Gilgamesh deals damage, should be enough to be able to get 3 dances per 2 dancers per elixir, which is much easier to work with. So yeah, hit and run training, I guess. We'll see. Yeah, I'm gonna run away from this. You'd think there would be enemies there. Okay, here's the encounter we've been waiting for. This summer, Galuf versus Bear. Bear does critical attack. Galuf hits him with a stick. And Galuf does not get enough to level up. Ha, you thought that it would be that easy? No, this game hates us. So we'll have to heal up and kill at least 1 more bear. Then we may have to kill enough bears to get another level up, actually. Yeah, they did make sure that you weren't completely doomed in this battle, but Dancer's weak until, like I said, until it comes to its own, with the chicken knife and 50% sword dance chance. Oh yeah, it just knows we want a level. Incidentally, as you can guess, the Shellbear is naturally very resilient to magic. Technically, he's supposed to be the most dangerous enemy on this map, on this floor, but he's the most useful because he's the only one Galuf can kill. He can't kill groups. He can kill 1. And now Galuf has passed into 400 HP. Hopefully this will be run. I probably could kill a 2-spider group too with full HP. I'll have to note that in case we die again, which is fairly likely still. It's fortunate that I still have that slow battle speed. Wait, do I still have that slow battle speed? Yeah, I do. Which, by the way, once we get the entire party together again, we will be switching back to a faster battle speed, so do not worry. You will not have to take that again. Goodbye, Shellbearer. We're gonna try to kill Gilgamesh again. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, but what Galuf would benefit from is a healthy party of meat shields to take hits for him. Instead, he will dance. Oh yeah, there's one of the two. We need one more to have what to win this. Instead, we'll try confusing him. Don't get angry, Gilgamesh. Not everyone can be Galuf levels of power. And we actually managed to do it. Thank you, Galuf, for showing off the power sword stance. Yeah. Since sword stance does 4 times power, it quickly shows that Galuf will be the most powerful person in the party. By far. Well, in terms of physical power. With maybe a buffed up Lena will also be able to compete. In consistent damage, Galuf will be doing all the damage. So this is our party. Let's head back to the save point. And healing. Because we have not fought Gilgamesh yet. That was easy Gilgamesh. He's supposed to be easy enough that you can beat him and get back the entire party. Actually, we should really spend this opportunity to start building damage for Galuf. He's somewhat weak. Oh, and Bulbor also gets a level. Kill the bear. Actually, I don't think Galuf will be able to get another level until we leave this area. The enemy's here. Yeah. Oh well. Goofiness aside, we seriously need to just heal up and move. Unfortunately, the bridge is a boss rush, which I'll be showing in the next episode. So, thank you all for watching this Let's Play. Next time we'll fight the real Gilgamesh and start working to get Blizzaga so we can abuse the Gil Cave, which you all know in a little bit.